Nam Mô Cao Đài, Tiên Ông, Đại Bồ Tát, Ma Ha Tát. Greeting from Portland, Oregon. Hello everyone. My name is Hoang Lay. Welcome to our Caodai session. It's an honor for me to be part of the 2021 Parliament and to have an opportunity to discuss with you the topic, practical approaches to engage youth to spiritual and service lives. There are three main topics on the agenda. First, the introduction of the main topic and the Caodai faith. Second, topics related to youth, including a definition of youth, the importance of youth in society and religions, the United Nations sponsor youth programs. Third, the Caodai approaches to engage youth to religious organizations, including recommendation of early trainings for the unborn and young children, educating youth on 7 focus areas: academy, spirituality, oneness of religions, animal and environmental protections, female dignitary, community services, and Caodai Way of Life. Encouraging youth to join Caodai religious organizations such as CORE, Music, Youth, Junior Dignitary Council, and Lay Dignitary Committee. This presentation describes some of the practical approaches to bring Caodai youth to spiritual and service lives. The approaches include engaging youth to team activities at the Caodai temples, such as being members of the music, Rite, and core teams, and Caodai Youth organization. Encouraging youth to hold a junior dignitary or lay dignitary position while they still go to college. Learning and serving are the two basic principles that are taught to youth at these organizations. Besides gaining the merits of learning and serving, youth will have the opportunity to become a student priest, the first step to become a member of the Sacerdotal Council, who represents God in this planet to lead the Caodai faith. These flexible religious commitments allow youth to be successful in their career, family, and spiritual life in a parallel manner. Next, it's my honor to introduce to you the Caodai faith. Originated in Tây Ninh Province, Vietnam, Caodai faith was founded by God, the creator of the universe, in 1926. The official name of Caodai faith is the Third Universal Amnesty of the Right Way. Caodai headquarters is in the Holy City in Tây Ninh Province, Vietnam. Caodai faith is the third largest religion in Vietnam with more than 6 million followers. Caodai faith symbolizes God as the divine eye, which represents a universal religion with no race attached, and the great sacred light in the universe. Caodai Sacerdotal Council, a group of heavenly ordained dignitaries, leads the religion on God's behalf and receive God's teaching via seances sessions. Next on the agenda are topics related to youth. A definition of youth varies from country to country, depending on cultural and other factors. The United Nations defines youth is those persons between the ages of 15 and 24 years. There are approximately 1.2 billion young people aged 15 to 24 years, accounting for 16% of the global population. By 2030, the number of youths is projected to have grown by 7% to nearly 1.3 billion. An importance of youth to societies and religions. The United Nations had long recognized that the imagination, the ideals, and energy of young people are vital for the continuing development of the societies in which they live. The member states of the United Nations acknowledged this in 1965 when they endorsed the Declaration on the Promotion among Youth of the Ideals of Peace, Mutual Respect, and Understanding between Peoples. Caodai Faith has also recognized youth as future religious leaders and provided faith-based programs at all youth levels. United Nations sponsor youth programs. In 1995, on the 10th anniversary of the International Youth Year, the United Nations strengthened its commitment to youth people by directing the international community's response to the challenges to the youth in the next millennium. It did this by adopting an international strategy, the World Program of Action for Youth, to the year 2000 and beyond. The World Program of Action for Youth provides a policy framework and practical guidelines for national action and international support to improve the situation of young people. It contains proposals for action aiming at fostering conditions and mechanisms to promote improved well-being and livelihood among young people. The WPAY focuses on measures to strengthen national capacity in the field of youth and to increase the quality and quantity of opportunities available to young people for full, effective, and constructive participation in society. Here are 15 priority areas for WPAY: education, employment, hunger and poverty, health, environment, drug abuse, juvenile delinquency, leisure time activity, girls and young women, effective participation in life and decision-making, globalization, IT technology, HIV and AIDS, armed conflict, intergenerational issues. Next are the Caodai approaches to engage youth to religious organizations. The first one is our recommendation of an early trainings for the unborn and young children. We believe that early education for the unborn and young children are very important for their lives. We recommend parents to do the following: read sacred scriptures and play religious music to the unborn. Have a newborn receive baptism when they turn 1 month old. Bring youth to the Caodai temple's activity such as prayer, rites. Teach the basic of karma. Teach doing good deeds donation. Teach respecting all forms of life. Teach basic precepts such as not killing, not lying. Teach praying before daily activity, like eating, sleeping. We strongly believe that early education most likely help youth follow religious principles when they become adults. Next, we recommend parents to educate youth on the 7 focus areas: academy, spirituality, oneness of religions, animal and environmental protections, female clergy, community services, and Caodai Way of Life. On the academic education, youth are encouraged to attend Caodai school from an elementary to a high school level. In these schools, youth will not only learn academic lessons but also religious teachings, precepts, and good behaviors. Below are some of the practices and teachings. Dress in religious school uniforms. Observe Vegetarianism on certain religious days. Take faith-based courses with focus on having faith, Caodai teachings, doing good deeds, self-improvements, volunteering, and adhering to precepts. On spiritual education, below are focus areas that are commonly taught to youth at all group, organization, or committee. Having faith in God and Caodaism. The oneness of religions. Diversity, equity, inclusion of Caodaism. Animal and environmental protections. Vegetarianism. Caodai Way of Life. Having faith is one of the primary teachings to youth. Below some of the values of having faith. Faith can provide inner strength. Faith teaches us give back and serve the less fortunate. Faith allows us to become selfless and put others first. Faith can help us to discover our purpose in life. Faith helps us overcome stress, anxiety, and fear. Faith can be the pathway to find solutions. Faith gives us a sense of hope. Faith is a source of peace and joy. Faith will help us go through the trials of life. Faith can make us a better person. Next is the belief of oneness of religions. According to Caodai scriptures, all religions were emanated from God. Religious founders are God's messengers. Love and justice are 2 common principles of all religions. The reasons different religions were founded at different countries, continents, were due to lack of transportation, communication, and different cultures. This period is called from one emanates many. Nowadays, the whole world are widely connected via modern communication and transportation. There is an urgent need for all religion or faith to be united in diversity. This period is called many comes back to one. We believe that there is only one same God, but different manifestations. Digital from Caodai, God the Father from Christianity, Allah from Islam, Brahma from Hinduism, the Tao from Taoism, and Tai Chi from Confucianism. On the topics of animal and environmental protections, according to Caodai scripture, all creations has God's Spirit. Creation includes materials, plants, animals, and humans. These pictures show how much DNA humans share with humans and animals. Between humans and humans, 99.9%. Between a human and a chimpanzee, 98.8%. And you can see the rest. Humans are very close to other species. These pictures show how much DNA humans share with plants. We believe that humans are big brother of all, responsible to nurture and protect our little brothers. On the topics of vegetarianism in Caodai faith, per Caodai laws, followers must start with 6 veggie days per month, progressing to 10 days. Mandatory of full vegetarianism for dignitaries of the Caodai Sacerdotal Council. Killing of living beings is strictly prohibited. There are beneficial effects on the environment by observing vegetarianism. Vegetarianism helps avoid the harmful demands of raising animals for meat, cultivating fields of corn and soy to feed animals, huge water requirements for them, and methane effect of their excreta. On the topic of female dignitary or clergy, female followers are encouraged to join priesthood, could join the Caodai Sacerdotal Council, and have opportunity to reach a rank of cardinal through years of dedications and services. A lady cardinal has the same power as male cardinals, her own office, and exclusively manages female followers and female-related matters. In the nine-sphere palace, there are 2 distinct male and female sacerdotal councils. The female sacerdotal council and the male sacerdotal council. The Caodai Way of Life. We are all suffering, a result of wars, poverty, sickness, injustice, natural disaster, discrimination, heartbreaking. Caodai Way of Life is to serve and help the suffering, to end the suffering for self and others. To help the suffering is to share the suffering, to attain enlightenment by cultivating right thought, right speeches, and right actions. Besides the education, parents from Caodai faith often encourage youth to join religious organizations such as the core team, music team, the youth organization, Junior Dignitary Council, and Lay Dignitary Committee. About the core team. Core team consists of core children and core teachers who have special privilege to chant prayers in Caodai Rite in presences of God, deities, Caodai dignitaries, and followers. Core children are young boys and girls with ages between 8 to 15 who are selected members of a core team and must go through a training program taught by core teachers on voice and chanting techniques. They also must learn the meanings of various prayers. Each Caodai temple do have a core team and could request the Sacerdotal Council in the Caodai Holy City to provide our core teachers to train a local core team. The challenges of the core team are to gain a uniform voice among many members and chant in harmony with music and Rite team. It is an honor to be in the core team. The core team plays a critical role in Caodai faith, as they take part in all major ceremonies, such as Festival of God, Festival of Goddess, and special life ceremonies such as baptism, initiation, marriage, or funeral. To join a core team, young girls or boys must meet the requirements, ages from 8 to 15 years old, having parental consents and normal voice, an agreement to follow the core team's rules and work schedules. To be selected to be a core teacher, a core person must meet the following requirements: at least 18 years old, a Caodai disciple, never been married, passing a core teacher exam, signing a full-time commitment, willing to accept assignments to teach a core team at local temples, and maintain good virtue while serving. Core persons normally go through a 6-month training, which will help them to learn various voice and chanting techniques, melodies, and chanting in harmony with the music and Rite teams. Memorize own prayers and understand their meanings. Learn the meanings and steps of daily prayers and major ceremonies. Take part in assigned duty schedules. Learn good behaviors and conducts. Being a member of the core team, youth could gain invaluable experiences and benefits. Chant prayers in Caodai ceremonies, in presences of God, deities, and sacerdotal councils. Use leisure times for meaningful activities. Gain respect from other youth and Caodai followers. Learn to coordinate and work in harmony with the music, core, and Rite teams. Understand meanings of different prayers. Witness on aspects of life, baptism, marriage, funeral, sickness. Learn virtues, good behaviors from senior and junior dignitaries. Core persons who meet all requirements can be promoted to a core teacher. A core teacher can be promoted to a student priest upon completion of a 5-year assignment. These are boys and girls core teams. The core team and core teachers in front of the Mother Goddess Temple. About Rite and music teams. Rite and music are important aspects of Caodai ceremonies. Rite students, core teams, and musicians play critical roles in this. Rite is meant to make a ceremony reverent and in the right order, while music is meant to create harmony among all participants. Youths who are encouraged to join the music department, which trains musicians on music theory and how to use music instruments. Set up schedules for them to play in the daily prayers or major ceremonies. Musical Salute to God, nhạc tấu quân thiên. At the beginning of Caodai major ceremonies, musical salute to God are performed by musicians to salute God and deities who divinely preside over the ceremonies. Musical salute to God carries a special meaning in that the 8 souls, which are material soul, plant soul, animal soul, human soul, journey soul, sand soul, immortal soul, and Buddha soul, become alive and reverently salute God. Musical instruments, which are usually made of metals, represent material soul, woods represent plant soul, or animal skins represent animal soul. When played together, the instruments would enable those souls alive. Per Caodai teachings, the 8 souls would attain the Tao by being alive and salute God in the Caodai ceremonies. Admission requirements to join a music team. Youth who is 9 years or older can apply to become a student and go through a learning schedule to learn musical theory and instruments from a teacher. There are 9 ranks in the music department, beginning with musicians is the lowest to musician teacher is the highest. To become a musician, students must pass an exam including music theory, mastering at least one musical instrument, and understand the meanings of different rites. To become a babenyak, a musician must serve at least 5 years. Both musicians and babenyak must accept assignments from the Sacerdotal Council to teach music to students at Caodai temples throughout the country or overseas. This picture shows the musical instruments used by the music team. In Caodai music, the main musical instrument is the 2-string fiddle. This picture shows other instruments including drums, and cymbals. Youth could gain invaluable experiences and benefits. Play music to salute God in Caodai ceremonies. Use leisure times for meaningful activities. Gain respect from other youth and Caodai followers. Learn to coordinate and work in harmony with music, choir, and Rite teams. Understand meanings of different prayers. Witness on aspects of life, such as baptism, marriage, funeral, and sickness. Learn virtues, good behaviors from dignitaries. This picture shows dignitaries of the music department in the red uniform. This picture shows musicians in practice. These 4 pictures show the music, the choir, and the Rite teams in prayer sessions. About Caodai Youth Organization. Caodai Youth Organization, which was founded in 1964 under recommendations from divine beings, was established to accomplish the following objectives. Unite all youth around the country or overseas into organizations that can be trained to serve humanity and Caodai faith. to train youth to become good citizens, disciples, and leaders. Provide learning environments where youth can learn social skills such as scouts, teamwork, team leadership, goal setting. Train youth on various aspects of spiritual life such as faith, religious teachings, service lives, major challenges of religions in the modern age such as religion coexistence, female priesthood, animal and environmental protections. Keep youth occupied with meaningful activities and stay away from unhealthy ones. Participate in interfaith youth events to learn and share experiences with other religions, youth organizations. Learn Caodai philosophy, history, Rite, and be able to support Caodai temples when needed. All youth are encouraged to join Caodai youth organizations regardless of religions, nationals, or genders. All they need to do are fill out an admission application, including recommendation from an active youth member. Must have parental consent to join if younger than 18 years old. Youth have option to choose a membership type that is suitable to their school schedules. Founding, honor, leader, sponsor, and regular. The following training programs are available to youth. Introduction to Caodai Constitution, Laws and Precepts. Introduction to Caodai Philosophy and History. Introduction to Rites and Prayers. Effective way to support local churches. The basic of scout skills, camping, team games, musical, art performances, medical aids. Developments of effective communication, public speaking, event coordination. Developments of good characters, respect, honesty, discipline, forgiveness, and selflessness. Leaders of youth organizations could be promoted to the rank of student priest if they meet the following requirements. Serve at least 5 years, have a high school degree or higher, be 25 years or older, adhere to Caodai laws and precepts. This picture shows youth members in a training camp. These are youth members and leaders in a training camp. The Caodai Youth members and leaders were celebrating the 50th anniversary of Caodai Youth organization. About Junior Dignitary Committee. Junior Dignitary Committee is a group of junior dignitaries who represents the Sacerdotal Council, the sacred governing body of Caodai faith in the headquarters, to manage religious activities at local temples across the country or overseas. Below are some of the main duties. Promulgate and carry out holy orders from the Sacerdotal Council. Lead religious services such as prayers, rites, ceremonies, including Festival of God, Festival of Mother Goddess, initiation, marriage, funerals, and others. Teach Caodai philosophy, laws, and precepts to followers. Act as big brothers at local temples to care, support, and resolve disputes for followers of their congregation. Represent Caodai congregation at government meetings. Youth can serve in the Junior Dignitary Committee with flexible commitments while still going to college or having a career or a family. It is considered an honor to serve in a Junior Dignitary Committee who represent God and the Caodai Sacerdotal Council in local temples. To join a Junior Dignitary Committee, youth, male or female, must meet the following requirements. Be a Caodai disciple, 18 years or older. Be selected by members of a local Caodai congregation. Pledge to uphold Caodai laws, precepts, and duties. Pledge to serve for at least 5 years. Pass the Junior Dignitary training programs. Training programs for Junior Dignitary members include Introduction to Caodai Constitution, Laws and Precepts, Introduction to Caodai Daily Prayers, Rites, Major Ceremonies, Introduction to Ceremonies for Initiation, Marriage, and Funeral, Meanings of Prayers and Sacred Scriptures, Effective Communication, Coordination, and Leadership, Effective Working with Government Officials, How to Become a Good Leader or a Role Model. A Junior Dignitary who completes 5 or 10 years of services are qualified for a promotion to the student priest rank. About Lay Dignitary Committee. Lay Dignitary Committee is a special organization founded to help Caodai intellectuals who have careers and families but also have desires to use their expertise to serve or contribute when times permit. Those intellectuals could be college students or established career people such as engineers, physicians, lawyers, businessmen or women, or armed force officers. Lay dignitaries could utilize their talents on projects that match their expertise, such as writing and publishing religious papers, assisting missionary works, supporting junior dignitaries at local temples, or recommending changes to improve effectiveness of administrative tasks. College students or young adults with established careers are encouraged to join the Lay Dignitary Committee. When they are ready to serve God on a full-time commitment, they could apply for a priest position, which is a member of the Caodai Sacerdotal Council. To join the Lay Dignitary Committee, one must be a Caodai disciple with 21 years of age or older and meet one of these requirements. College students with passing rate on national college exam, intellectuals with various expertise, established businessman or woman, an armed force officer with ranks of captain or above. There are no required formal training, but it is recommended that lay dignitaries should have good knowledge of Caodai teachings, Caodai Constitution, laws, precepts, rites, and prayers. Lay dignitaries can be promoted to higher ranks, often based on their contributions to societies or Caodai faith. There are 4 different ranks in the Lay Dignitary Committee. The first one is Hiện Tài, Quốc sĩ, Đại phu, and Phu tử. Lay dignitaries retain a ceremonial position, but have no actual authority in any organizations except the project they are in. Lay dignitaries can be promoted to various ranks in the Sacerdotal Councils if they want to serve in the executive branch. For the final remarks, work and religious leaders have long recognized youth are vital for the continuing development and sustaining of the societies and religions. Caodai faith has continued developing activities, programs that are suitable for youth in modern society and actively encourage them to join. On programs are flexible in times and commitment, which allows youth to participate in without compromising their commitments in schools, colleges, family, or society. There are various organizations or committees that youth can choose depending on their desires and talents, such as music, Rite, Core, Youth, Junior Dignitary, and Lay Dignitary. The main objective of this organization is to train youth on the importance of having spiritual and service-driven lives measured by actual contributions. The actual and honor reward for youth is to have many opportunities to become a member of the Caodai Sacerdotal Councils who represent God in this world. Lastly, I would like to thank the dignitaries or friends who helped me to put together this presentation. Hồng Bùi MD, Liên Lê PharmD, Thắm Lê PhD, Thanh Bùi Music Teacher, Nguyên Trần Core Teacher, Đức Trần University Professor. You are all invited to other Caodai sessions, and please contact me with the email address huang_lay_12@yahoo.com. Thank you all for listening. Nam Mô Cao Đài Tiên Ông Đại Bồ Tát Ma Ha Tát.